Turnips. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Can you eat that? Girls, welcome back to the channel. Today we actually have a challenge video which is a bit different, but we can thank editor Callum for this video idea. It is super simple, but let me tell you, it was hard. I struggled with this so much and I didn't realize just how much until I got home and looked at everything that I got for today's video. I've missed out quite a bit. So Callum came up with the idea to do a food challenge where I have to cook myself a meal, but I can only buy ingredients using a random word generator. For example, if the word was has, I would then have to get ingredients that begin with H, A and Z. I did kind of make a rule that I don't want a short word because I want to have a lot of ingredients to work with. So that's pretty much the plan, but if that wasn't hard enough, then I've also gave myself a 10-minute timer to run around the supermarket and get all of this stuff. So I'm just gonna let Pastas do her thing and show you what went down.
Hey you girls, so we're at Aston and I've got my random word generator. Are you ready? I'm scared. Oh no, I can't do that. Norm.
No, you can't do that.
Should we make it more than 5?
Yeah,
okay.
So you get the best one.
What the fuck?
These are awful.
Oh,
that is a good one. Not a lot of letters, there's a lot of duplicates, but still.
But I think that actually might be okay. So I've now got 10 minutes to try and find an ingredient list with this. Don't think it's going to be very possible. Pickles. Anyway,
potatoes.
Oh! So you're more tactical than me. Right, let's head in. Okay, right, 10 minutes on the clock. I'm going to press it. In a min. Right, let's just see. Precaution. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I'm thinking potatoes for pig.
Yeah.
Then we've got a good solid base.
Where are potatoes? Oh, left. Left.
Oh, you want big? Okay, window.
Can I help?
I want you to, but I don't think you can. Proportion. I can't do radishes, I don't like radish.
That's what I was thinking radish.
Oh no, this is really difficult. I can't actually think of anything for R at the minute, but onions, I love onions, and I'm kind of thinking maybe do a roast dinner, so I don't even know where the onions are in here.
Yeah, you're gonna get these ones.
I'm gonna get this one, yeah. But then I like it when they're in the ball, when you put them in the oven.
Oh god, I don't know where those are.
Oh, yeah. Why is it so hard? What am I gonna do?
You're just gonna have to get the bagged onion.
I'm gonna have to. Genius.
Yeah.
Absolutely genius. Roast chicken gravy, right. Okay. I still need onions. There's no onions. I'm just gonna have to get these. What's next? Another P?
P-R-O. Another P, yeah.
Parsnips. I want something like Maine. I want like poultry. That's chicken. Fish. Chicken. Pretty sure it's a bird. No?
I don't. Well, yeah, I guess.
Does that count? It's not.
Yeah.
Technically, I can do chicken. I don't realistically want a full chicken. Chicken fillets.
Yeah, I think that's good for a roast.
I've got another O. Still need onions.
Oranges. It's not all that much.
Orange chicken's a thing, but
orange chicken is a thing.
Right, skip the O.
Onion gravy, but you got gravy.
Oh no. T. Turnips.
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 Turnips. I don't know what they look like.
Oh,
onions.
They don't do turnips, they only do parsnips.
No, sure they do turnips. I don't know what they look like though, is that it?
Turnips? Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Can you eat that? Let's see how long I've got left, I might just grab it. I've got 4 minutes and 46. Do you think I can get something better?
Probably not with a T. You've still got quite a lot of letters left. Just get a turnip just in case. How on earth do you even eat that? Or scam it, yeah.
Instant.
Instant mash, instant gravy.
Instant veg? Yeah, instant veg in the bag.
Instant veg?
Yeah, instant veg.
Is that what it's called though?
There's like a packet somewhere.
I just got one for tea, but you've already done it. Like you could have got like tinned something down the tin dial, like tin.
Scanned it.
Oh, you could get like tinned carrots or tinned potatoes or something.
Just go to the tin food. And this is all the gravy. Oh, for pea I could have got paxo.
Potato onion gravy. Yeah, pea with parsnips.
Technically it begins with P.
It does begin with a P.
I can get paxo.
Have you not already got?
I can't use what you've already got at home.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Is that stuffing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean, paxo, that's P. I'm gonna get that and place the parsnip back. I've got I, O and N.
How long have you got left?
2:25. I, O and N. I, O and N. I bet someone at home is watching this being like
screaming
exactly
something.
Oh my god, this is so hard. I'm just gonna have to do instant mash.
Where's that? How long have you got left? You've not got long left.
1 minute 15. I can do this.
Does it say on it instant mash?
No.
No, it's that I told you.
It is though. Oh, it doesn't say it though. I can't technically get it.
I, O and N. Orange juice.
Oh yeah, because I don't have to limit it to a meal.
Yeah. Behind you.
Smooth orange.
Yeah.
£2. That's pretty decent for £2 actually.
You wanna see some real speed, bitch? I'll show you some real speed.
Neapolitan. There.
I'd love to see it. Here we go. So this is my lovely shop. I'll do a full review when we get home, but we actually completed the whole word, which I was very shocked about.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
And my total comes to £13.
That's not bad.
No, I kind of wish I got it cheaper, but without the 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's not bad though.
So you join me now back in the kitchen. It is the following day. I was gonna put on my jumper and be like, oh my god, it's the same day. Wow, I'm so cute, quirky, fun. But it's actually 9 AM in the morning and I'm about to, by the looks of it, make a roast dinner. So I thought I'd be honest with you guys because I'm really not craving it right now, but we gotta do what we gotta do, you know what I mean? So I was pretty happy with what I bought. I thought I'd completed the whole challenge. You saw my face at the end of the video. I looked pretty accomplished and I thought I'd completed the whole thing, whereas I actually missed out 2 letters. I think I just forgot how to spell proportion. So if I wasn't on a timer, I would have been able to like walk around the whole store, do this properly, and I would have probably made a really nice meal out of this. However, I did. So obviously the word was proportion. So for P, I got potatoes. I'm thinking of doing some roast potatoes and mash because, as I said, hopefully going down a bit of a roast dinner route. For R, I got roast chicken gravy. I thought this was actually a really good one. I was in the vegetable aisle and walked past the shelf and saw it and was just like, that is perfect. Technically it begins with R, so. O is of course onions because I love these. I think I have an onion with every single meal, and when you cut them up and place them around the chicken and cook them, more so with vegetables as well, it just adds a really nice flavour and I love having those with my roast dinner. I am gutted that I didn't get any veg, but we'll get there. For P, I was a little bit cheeky and I went for poultry, which I believe is any like processed bird. So chicken does actually fall into that category. I'm sure geese and stuff does as well, but I don't think anyone eats that, and I definitely wouldn't because I only eat chicken and fish. We have some chicken breast fillets. I will be honest, I haven't cooked chicken in about 2 years because I just don't really eat it unless I'm eating out, so that's going to be a fun little task. I then somehow got confused and picked Paxo up, being like, oh my god, it's P, I can do this, it's P, like I'll just use it as the letter P, and I've already got 2 letter P's. I'm just gonna go for this as onion stuffing because technically it is, but this is the O, and I absolutely love sage onion stuffing, so I got a big bag. For R, I forgot there was another R in proportion. I think I was spelling it proption because by the looks of everything I got, that was the way it was going. But I do actually have some roast chicken seasoning, which kind of matches up to the gravy, and I just thought I could season my chicken in this for my roast dinner. This was a home ingredient, so I am actually breaking my own rules, but for flavor wise I'm going to be nice to myself because I could have picked this up if I didn't have 10 minutes. For tea, I thought I picked something up. I think I picked up a turnip and then I was like, oh, I'll get this other thing, but then I never got the other thing because I was rushed for time, so I have no idea what it was supposed to be. I'm sure you groovy girls do know from watching back my supermarket rampage. But for I, we got ice cream chocolate sticks. I love having flakes with ice cream. I will admit we have dove into this already and had a bowl of it last night. O is of course for orange juice. I'm gonna pour myself a glass of this now. I was thinking with the end part of the sentence I'll go more towards like dessert or drinks because I couldn't think of anything vegetable wise or along the roast dinner line that I could add to this. I would have killed for some veg because I really don't like a meaty roast dinner. But moving on to the very end of the word, we have N, so I got Neapolitan ice cream. Obviously it's everyone's favorite, and I don't know what else I would have got. For tea, I'm still stuck. I don't know how to even cook a turnip. I don't know if they even taste nice. I don't think I like them. I had in my head a parsnip but a turnip. I was thinking they were the same thing, so I could have got one of those. But if you guys know anything that I could have got, I literally know for a fact you guys are going to be sat at home screaming at your screens because you would have probably thought of so much more than me. But this is what we're working with, so I'm going to make some form of roast dinner without any veg, and I will have ice cream for dessert with orange juice. So, ooh, actually maybe not that together. I'll have my orange juice with my roast dinner, that'll be nicer. Right, let's get cooking, shall we? So I'm basically gonna pour myself a glass of OJ because I'm a thirsty beach right now. I'm then gonna start with the chicken. I read on the back, as I said, I haven't cooked chicken in so long, and it says about searing the sides of it in a hot pan first and then transferring it into the oven to cook for like 40 minutes. So that's the plan. I won't put the onions in until halfway through because I don't like them to be fully cooked or burnt, and then we can move on to potatoes and everything like that. I feel like a lot of this stuff is very last minute chuck in, chicken. Sage and onion stuffing probably takes like 5 minutes. Gravy takes about 2 minutes. The main thing is the chicken and the potatoes, which pretty much take the same time. So let's get this open and I will meet you over at the hob. So first things first is take the jewelry off. We do not want to be handling chicken when we've got jewelry on. If I have learned anything from my nan, it is that. So I'm just gonna oil the pan. Do I want 1 or 2? I feel like I'm only gonna want 1 chicken breast, aren't I? This is really difficult, I don't know. So I'm gonna cook them both because I might want, I don't know, cheeky chicken and bagel later. I have not missed the feeling of chicken. This is actually gross. Ew. See, I don't understand why anyone would want to eat chicken after seeing it in this state. Actually disgusting. So I'm gonna put it on a medium heat and I'm literally just searing all of the edges before I put it in the oven. I assume this is to let it cook all the way through but then still have a nice outside. I don't really know. I'm not very well up on all of the chicken business. Don't really eat it that often. But what I'm going to do now while this is just searing around the edges is peel and slice my potatoes, hot boil them and then put them in the oven because I find this makes the best roasties. So I'll show you the process. We've got a cool little tactic, but yeah. Let's head back over. So I think it was Sophie's Nails that I saw do this, but for the perfect roasties, she part boils them, shoves them around in the pan so that they get like really fluffy, and then she puts them into the oven with oil and stuff. So I'm pretty much just gonna do the same and also make mashed potato because I love creamy mash. It is insane. These potatoes don't look very nice, I will be honest. We're going for it anyway, groovy girls. I know there's like certain potatoes you can get for mash or roasties, and I could have actually just picked up a pack of roast potatoes already cooked, but I did want to do this all from scratch. It would have saved me a lot of freaking time though. An hour to prepare a meal I think is quite long. So I just cut my finger from doing the one thing I said I would never do, which is peel towards me. I always peel away from my face, and I just did exactly that and cut my hand. So if I teach you anything from this video, it's to not go back on your original word. So the ones that I'm chopping really small, so like this size, are going to be for the mashed potato because it just means that they'll boil quicker. However, I'm just putting them all in the same pan and I'll pick out the bigger ones for the roasties. Our chicken's cooking, guys. Oh my boy. Kind of need like a, oh, we have tongs. If anyone watched the last video, we now have tongs which I can use to turn over this chicken. When was the 7th of May? Oh, that might be why they're not very nice. I was thinking these potatoes are actually grim, like they're so squishy because I picked some up for the following day, that's why. But in my defense, I didn't have time to look. I think I did fairly well. Actually, no, I didn't. I kind of failed my own challenge. How is that possible? I swear, if you create your own challenge, you're supposed to ace it to give everyone encouragement to do it themselves and do well. But instead, just take this as me challenging you to do better than me because it's not going to be hard. With the potatoes, I'm just going to put in some salt, make them nice and flavorful. And while that's doing, I'm just going to clean the surface because a tidy workspace is a tidy mind, darlings. So I've laid my pan out with some oil and I'm just going to spritz along the bottom because I'm also going to be having my onions put in here a little bit later on, and obviously also chicken and the potatoes as well. So I'm just going to transfer the chicken. Firstly, I'm just going to put down the seasoning that we had. I'm just going to line the foil with it so that the chicken sits in it nicely, and then I can kind of marinate it in the foil and the oil. Foil and oil. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. So as you can see, these are literally only cooked on the outside. They are definitely not cooked on the inside. I've never done it this way before and I don't think Byron has either, but I quite like it. That's a good way to cook chicken. Normally Byron just does it in a pan and then cuts it up as he goes along, or he cuts it up and just puts it in the pan. But I feel like this way you get a good even cook. But also I get so worried about if chicken is cooked. The amount of times I've had food poisoning is kind of ridiculous. I get really worried that chicken isn't cooked properly, which is why I don't cook it at home. And then I'm just gonna put some more seasoning on the top as well. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing, but I'm just pressing the seasoning into the chicken. I probably should have done this in a bag with the oil and like properly pushed it into the chicken before I put it in the pan, but I'm silly, I forgot. But maybe if you're gonna follow this recipe, not that you're going to, maybe you could do that little tip instead. And into the oven it goes. So next I want to cut the onions. I have just washed all of my equipment that had touched the chicken because obviously we don't want salmonella. I'm just gonna move you a little bit further out so you can actually see what I'm doing. I feel very professional right now. I feel like I've actually got my own cooking show even though I possibly can't cook. To be honest, the main reason I was so down to do this challenge when Callum came up with it was because I really want to get better at cooking, and I feel like stepping you out of your comfort zone and not cooking meals that you're used to cooking is the best way to do that. I obviously follow recipes and stuff, and I used to do HelloFresh, so that really expanded my cooking, I guess. But this is a challenge. Like, I feel like a roast dinner was an easy cop out, to be honest. There was probably a lot of other meals that I could have done. I could have done like Asian inspired or Asian fusion, but I just couldn't think off the top of my head in 10 minutes. So like maybe in the future I could do it without the timer and actually make a really nice meal. Even these onions are a bit, I'm not gonna lie, they're like really wrinkly on the outside, so I'm just gonna slice off the parts that I'm not wanting. I'm obviously not gonna throw the whole thing away. You can just cut the part off and use the rest of the onion. So I'm gonna cut them quarterly, and with these two I'm gonna chop up really finely and put it in the gravy, so it's like an onion gravy. That would be really sweet. I'm also gonna take out the center parts of the wrinkly parts because those can also be used. If it's just going in a gravy, it doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna disappear for a little while, but to you guys it'll probably be a quick transition. I'm gonna let my roasties part cook, and then I'll come back when they're ready. So I'm just gonna check the potatoes with a knife to see if they're soft enough. Yeah, they're definitely soft enough to go in the oven, and also I might leave them for another 5 minutes and then mash them. I need them to stay in heat for as long as possible really, because I don't want the mashed potato to be cold and then everything else be piping hot. So I could easily just keep them in the boiling water in the pan, and it's mashed potato, it's not gonna harm it if it gets any softer. So I am now gonna do my stuffing, and I've boiled the kettle to do that, so I'll show you guys how I do it. So real quick and easy, just pour in some hot water. There is obviously direct measurements, but I kind of just add water until it's all covered and then just leave it to soak for 5 minutes. So I've just paused cooking the chicken for a minute because we're now going to do the roasties. I'm just going to drain them and fluff them up in this pan. We also have the onions there, which I'm going to cook so they go all soft so that I can add them to the gravy, so I'll show you that. But these bad boys are nearly done. So she basically like does this and mashes them all together, and the fluffiness that it's creating creates a really nice base for the roast potatoes, so you can kind of see it now. So I accidentally left the hob on, so it's kind of like cooked the potatoes into the pan, but the rest of them I'm literally just gonna mash, and I'm gonna add some milk. Oh mate, oh, that's exactly what I wanted. How cute. I've just realized in that clip I said I was gonna add milk and butter to the potatoes, and I also said I was gonna do the same thing for stuffing. I can't do that, that goes against the rules. So I'm gonna be having very non-creamy mash, and I mean stuffing's still flavorful, so that's good for me. I'm happy with that. Hopefully the onion gravy gives the potato a little bit of a lift, fingers crossed. I mean, I could put a garnish in it. I feel like any kind of herbs or spices is completely fine, but I don't really want to do that to my mash. I kind of want to leave it how it is. I just wanted a bit of creaminess, which I sadly can't do. So I've just put the stuffing in the oven, and I remember my nan used to do this to me when I was younger. She used to use an ice cream scoop to make my mashed potatoes into little balls. I can't do it, so I just did it and then flattened it. This is like stuffing, it's not any seasoning, guys. I haven't cheated, don't you stress. But it's so cute. Cooking a roast reminds me of just being younger and my nan doing it. I've picked up so many little things that my nan did while I was growing up. I used to stand in the kitchen and eat the chicken while she was preparing the roast for us all. So I guess I've subconsciously picked up on things that I haven't been taught, but I think it's really cute. Obviously it just looks like a very pale yellow on a plate, but I've done this because I want to put it in the plate warmer in the microwave, just to keep the plate warm, which will continually make the food warm, and it will keep the potato warm too. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then time to cook the onions. I've been saying it's time to cook the onions for about 20 minutes. Promise, they're getting done now. I'm gonna cook the onions on a super light setting because I just want them to go soft to put them in. I don't want them to be crispy or anything. Oh my god, my worst fear is crispy onions. Oh. So we've only got 13 minutes left, so I'm now gonna head over and do the gravy. I'm also now just realizing I could have done like a tagliatelle because I've got tea then, and I could have added in so many more things, but my difficulty was finding veg or fruit beginning with N. I could not think of a single thing, and I don't actually think there is anything unless it's called like N something spinach. I'm pretty sure that's a thing, N spinach. I don't know what it's called, but that was my difficulty. But anyway, let's get on to making the gravy with potato all over it. Oh, these are really cute. I know this is really gross because it's food, but because of my little masher, it's made little potato balls. Oh, So to make this, I mix the sachet contents into a saucepan with some water and bring to the boil and let it simmer for 1 to 2 minutes. Actually, this is gonna be really tasty, I think. It's got a hint of sage, apparently. I mean, the photo on the front looks bloody gorge, but that just means that in a separate pan, I can do the gravy, and then once the onions are done, I can just tip them in. Lovely. Oh, I'm loving this so much. So we have 300 ml of water that we're gonna add to the saucepan. I think this is gonna be too much gravy. I feel like I should halve that, unless it's gonna evaporate, but like, I don't really want the whole thing of gravy. I'm gonna tip a little bit out. And then from here, that's all the gravy I'm having. I guess it doesn't say that I need to use the whole thing. I can definitely save this. And also the whole time I've been going through this video, it's been really annoying me because I have pretty much all of these ingredients at home. Like I have stuffing already, I have gravy already. So if I knew the word before and I didn't have 10 minutes, I totally could have just used what I had at home. What could we do? At least I'll then have more because I use these products quite often, so. Oh, it's looking so good in there. Obviously, this has only just been put on the heat, but this looks so runny. I don't know whether to add more of the sachet in a bit, but maybe when the onions are added, it might be a bit better. These are just slowly cooking away now, but you know what I mean? That looks so runny. Oh God. Okay, so it's actually getting thicker, quite a lot thicker. So I'm very happy I haven't put anything else in. The onions are very nearly done to put it in here. I don't know if it's quite gonna go how I wanted it to. I was expecting it to be like a lot darker, you know, those really rich dark gravies. This looks pretty decent. The onions are in. This kind of looks like a weird French onion soup. This really does not look like how I expected it. I am hoping that it doesn't continue to look like some form of dog's dinner and it will taste really good. Maybe if I just let them marinate together for a bit. Oh guys, I don't know, maybe this was a wrong decision. So the chicken and potatoes and the onions are done. Moment of truth is whether this chicken is going to be cooked in the center or not. Okay guys, I've cut it. I haven't had a peep in yet, so this is the moment of truth. Oh, look at that, cooked to absolute perfection. Oh, I'm so happy with this. So we have our little roast. It is lacking a lot of color, I'm not gonna lie about that. It needs a lot of greens, but it looks damn good. I think this looks very gourmet, if you do say so myself. Orange juice, impeccable, of course. We love a bit of OJ. And I'm now gonna try a little bit of everything. Tell you what, I've got a really funny stomach right now, so I don't know how well this is gonna go down. But overall presentation, 10 out of 10, looks very gourmet, as I said. Chicken, that was cooked to absolute perfection. I'm hoping it tastes very juicy. I don't really like dry chicken. Onions, perfect. Mash, I know it's gonna be cold. I just know it. And the roast potatoes could have done with a little bit more time, but oh well. Stuffing obviously is gonna be impeccable as usual. So I'm just gonna do the stuffing and the chicken. So I just took the end part of the chicken, is a little bit dry. So now I'm gonna take the middle part. Hopefully this will be a bit nicer. Put some of that gravy on there. Oh my God, that onion gravy. I'm so glad I put the onions in. Wow. This is my issue with making mash. I struggle so much to get all the timings right whenever I do a roast dinner. So if anyone has any tips on how to keep the mash warm, just how long roughly it would take to do so that I can get it warm on time, please do let me know. Help a girl out. I can't get over this onion gravy. I think this is the best decision I've ever made. That is delightful. Oh my goodness me. Oh, I'm so in love. Right, I'm gonna try a bit of roast potato because I feel like they needed a bit longer. They're very just soft. They're not what roasties should be. They don't really have a crispy outside, but overall, this meal, I would give a 9 out of 10. I would give it a 10 if it had greens. Can't be helped. I'll just have a really super healthy smoothie after this, and then that's my balanced meal. I guess kind of the orange juice makes it healthier, but realistically, I should actually be eating some fruit or veg with this. I'm gonna go demolish this, and then I will join you for dessert. So if you're eating along with me, groovy. It's about tea time when this gets uploaded, so maybe we're eating together. Maybe it can encourage you to eat something. Who knows, but we'll love to see it. I'll be honest guys, I've just been sat working away and I don't think I can stomach ice cream and chocolate right now. I mean, I say that, I have actually been eating the flakes, but I think that's why I can't stomach the ice cream right now. But you guys know, I got Neapolitan ice cream. I can have it with a flake because it's part of the word, but I'm just not feeling it right now. That meal was pretty hefty, pretty rich. I've just been sat eating some flakes. I will be honest, because it's Asda's own, like the chocolate, but I did have some of the ice cream the other night and oh my god, it was so good. I also have strawberry sauce, that's what I had it with, but obviously for this video I can't have that. So that is it for the end of the video, groovy girls. If you did enjoy this challenge, then that's all. Round of applause for Editor Callum. Thank you so much, pal. It really was a sick one. And if you guys do want to see more of this, definitely hit thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. You can also subscribe if you want to. My Instagram is here. I'm enjoying doing like new content. I don't want to keep doing the same stuff, but obviously tub talks and confessions are not going anywhere, guys. That will always stay on the channel. I just want to, I don't know, branch out and do something else. So if you guys enjoyed it, then definitely let me know. I loved it personally. I thought it was well fun. That's rude and shut your trap hole. Aside from that, I love you all so much, and I will see you in the next video.